Today we hosted an Emerging Panthers mini camp day, so it's our local under 16s and 17s fixed in with our talent from the Western Division. So we had about 60 players, 16, 17 for a full day here at the Panthers. We ran through a welfare education session with Kevy Kingston. Then we had some on-field skills mixed in with a team walk around Penrith, the river, and then we finished with a lunch and a pose session at the end of the day. The purpose of our Emerging Panthers is to keep all our players ticking over through the winter. Once they go back to Junior League, we want to keep them in our program, so we look after them one day of the week. And it's also getting ready for next year's squads in our 2020 SG Ball through to Harold Matthews and Andrew John squads.
Basically, as the academy coach, it gives me, I've been coaching the 20s all year, and I've been over the road during the SG Ball and Harold Matt's program. But throughout the year, only getting glimpses to have sort of an hour here, half an hour here with some of our players, to bring them to a central venue and have them for 6 to 8 hours for a whole day and sort of build relationships is pretty much invaluable and gets us on the front foot going into our next year pre-season.
Yeah, I got a half an hour session with them today. Just emphasised the importance of sleep. Obviously they're very young and their brains are developing. Just showed them there's some sleep routines that they need to have in place, and just a big presentation of how important sleep hygiene is to them in their stage of life. We finished the session with a mindfulness session, which is very new to them, but it's a stress-relieving relaxation activity that just want to introduce and hopefully we can nurture that over the next couple of years.
I just gave them a bit of a wrap there. Their last 10 minutes was as good as their first 10 minutes after basically 4.5 hours of field work. So it's a credit to them, and I think the relationship between us and the Western Rams region's coming to fruition. As we know, the player funnel gets thinner and thinner and the selection gets harder and harder, but the harder they make our jobs, the better we're going to be long term.
Best part of having this facility is giving the boys a taste with what a long day is going to look like into different forms of training.
Taking them into the video room, using the facilities, the boys are just buzzing. It's something that it's an asset not just for our current players, but in terms of recruitment and retention. I don't think there's another 16, 17-year-old in the country that wouldn't want to be training out here.